This is for Priceless Spam. It says, very grateful to have someone who answer my questions. That about being about headscarves. Did Jewish women have to wear headscarves in the Torah like Muslim women wear now? The first time, we actually don't find it in the Torah itself, but we do find it in a tractate of the Talmud called Sota, which talks about a woman who's suspected of adultery, and it says part of the test, and one way that we're trying to encourage her to admit what she did, is that we take off her head covering. From this, the rabbis of blessed memory learned out that it's actually proper for married women to cover their head in some fashion. More Orthodox sects of Jews nowadays will wear actual wigs of other people's hair so that their own hair is not showing. Some do wear headscarves, called tichels, or head coverings, not to show their hair. The hair is thought to be a very attractive part of the woman, and once you're married, you really only want to attract your husband, because the nature of man is to be lustful and promiscuous, and you don't want to turn on other men. But this varies even within the Orthodox world. Some women only cover their head, let's say, when they go to pray, and some women, all the time, even in their own house. But it'll vary based on custom. So it is part of Jewish law, and it's really the woman's choice. This is one of those things. It's her connection to God, and a man who is seeking out a wife. This will be something to discuss beforehand. But generally, the understanding is that this is your body, this is your hair, and this is your connection to God. How you choose to express it is completely up to you. But according to strict Jewish law, I would say, generally, and especially by Hasidim, you'll find they usually wear wigs or some sort of head covering. Hope this helps. There's also this question reminded me of another comparison between Muslim and Judaism. It says that when we take our prayer shawl, so the halacha, the Alter Rebbe also writes this. It was in the previous code of Jewish laws first, the Beis Yosef, and I think the Ramah doesn't have an objection, but he says that you should wrap it when you after the blessing, wrap it around you in the way of the Ishmaelim, in the way of the descendants of Ishmael. So that's another time we see that the Jews are at least in those days, I guess he was just trying to make an analogy how we should wrap our prayer shawl after reciting the blessing immediately. We do it in the way of the Ishmaelites, the descendants of Ishmael. So hope this helps, and thanks so much for the question, and God bless.